my name is Bill Bradley. I'm an extreme endurance athlete. The topic of the day's video is go the extra mile. So as you know, I've kind of talked about before, I do a extra workout above what my coach gives me every day. Just a little half-hour, 2-mile power walk, usually in the morning, sometimes late in the evening. You know, I've done it, you know, late at night too. And I try and get this little 2-mile power walk that takes less than a half hour in. And I think it's critical. I think it's critical for my success in these events that I have coming up, which is, you know, Tuscobia, which is a 160-mile run, northern Wisconsin. You pull a 40-pound sled with your survival gear. Arrowhead, another 135-mile run. This one's kicked my ass 6 times. I haven't finished. Also pull a 40-pound sled with your survival gear. That is one tough race. Ranked in the top 50 toughest races in the world. Then climbing Mount Aconcagua, one of the 7 summits. That's like a 19-day climb, I think. Anyway, it can be up to 19 days. Down in South America, highest mountain in the Western Hemisphere, 22,000 feet. And then I got Denali down here, which is wiped me out 3 times, haven't made it, and went off last year with frostbite all over my fingers and on my thumb. And anyway, so my coach has me doing a pretty solid workout, right? I mean, she knows what she's doing. I convinced her since I quit my job that I have more energy, and so I want to do this little 2-mile power walk in the mornings just to add to my totals, you know, to add. And so I was kind of figuring it out, and I started like somewhere's out here doing it at the end of September, and then in October. So it would be, let's say if I have this week here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is when I get out here. 11, 12, 13, maybe even 14 more weeks, depending on, you know, when I taper and everything. So if I got, let's say, 13 more weeks at 10, I probably average 5 days a week. I do this extra 2 miles. So that's 10 miles a week times 15 weeks. That's 150 miles of training. Do you think that 150 miles might be the difference that puts me over the top to finishing these events? I think it's definitely going to help. I think it's definitely going to help. That's an extra, I don't know, almost 2 weeks of training, depending on, you know, if you're doing 70-mile weeks, that's like 2 weeks extra training that you're getting in for these events. That little 2-mile extra. And I told her, I go, it doesn't take much out of me. And it really doesn't. I just get out there and, you know, and I don't know, I'm just power walking 2 miles to keep building up that, locking that tempo pace. And get myself out there, and I put the 9-pound camelback on my back too, just to get used to having the weight on my back too. So anyway, I'm just, if you can put in the extra mile, or in my case, put in the extra 2 miles a day, and it will add up. It will add up. 140 miles it adds up to, just that little extra. Man, that thing, I tell Furley I'll be back in a few minutes, and I am back in a few minutes. That's like not very long at all to go squeeze that in. It's like pew, pew. Anyway, so go the extra mile. I think it's the difference. For me, it's going to be the difference. I think it's what's going to put me over the top on these events. It's going to put me over the top because I'm building a 140-mile bigger. I'm building a 140-mile bigger base than I would have built if I wasn't putting in this extra 2 miles a day that I don't think takes much out of me. So anyway, go the extra mile or 2. And if you want to get a hold of me, you can contact me by emailing me at epicbillbradley@gmail.com.